Oh, time for another Man in Gray book review. Today's book is Dinosaur Empire, Journey Through the Mesozoic Era, a graphic novel written and illustrated by Abby Howard. This book was published in 2017 by Amulet Books. It's 128 pages, and it's part of a series called The Earth Before Us. This is sort of a hybrid book. It's a graphic novel, but it's also a dinosaur encyclopedia. There's a frame story that leads us to a listing of all the different major dinosaurs. And the frame story involves a girl, a middle school girl named Ronnie, who flunks a science test on dinosaurs. But the teacher says that she can retake the test in 24 hours and get her grade up to passing. So she decides, since she doesn't know anything about dinosaurs, that she's going to go visit a woman named Miss Lernan. Miss Lernan is or apparently was at some point a host or a docent at a science museum. And when she gets to Miss Lernan's house, this woman is standing in a recycling bin. But it turns out the recycling bin is actually a time travel device. And so the two of them go back in time to the three different periods of the Mesozoic era. The Triassic, the Jurassic, and the Cretaceous. And in each era, they visit various dinosaurs. The book, so that's the frame story. She's got to go back in time and learn about all these dinosaurs so she can pass her test. The thing about it, besides just showing a list of all the dinosaurs, it also has some valuable information about what dinosaurs are. It explains the difference between dinosaurs and modern reptiles like lizards and so forth, turtles. And it also explains the difference between dinosaurs and other prehistoric animals that aren't considered dinosaurs, like pterosaurs, the flying reptiles, or a lot of the ocean-based reptiles, which many people believe to be dinosaurs but aren't. One of the helpful things about this book is that there are pronunciation guides to all the animals that you see. Example here. Yeah. So here we have some flying reptiles, and each one has a pronunciation guide for each one, because of course the names are all in Latin. So here we've got Ardeadactylus, and it's got the name and then the pronunciation guide under each one of them. And as you can see, all the illustrations are in color. What Ronnie really wants to see is, of course, a Tyrannosaurus Rex. That's her favorite dinosaur, but they don't show up until right at the end of the dinosaur age, in the late Cretaceous period, not long before the meteor hits. And that's another thing that's brought up in here, is what caused the dinosaurs to die off. A lot of people believe that there was a meteor that struck the Earth 65 million years ago and caused the death of the dinosaurs. Well, we do know that there was a meteor that struck the Earth, but the more recent thinking among paleontologists is that the meteor was simply one of a whole series of events that led to the dinosaurs' death. It wasn't the meteor strike on its own that caused the death of dinosaurs. There was a climate change going underway. There was competition from the emerging mammal group and so forth. So it goes into a little bit of the current thinking about dinosaurs and their extinction. It also gives us the latest information on whether dinosaurs were cold-blooded or warm-blooded. Because when I was a kid, I was raised to believe or taught that all dinosaurs were cold-blooded like modern reptiles. But there's increasing evidence that some, if not most, dinosaurs and other related reptiles were actually warm-blooded. There's also increasing evidence that many of these dinosaurs had proto-feathers, some kind of halfway between a scale and a modern bird feather. So it goes into that as well. And there's also the argues that modern birds, are not just descended from dinosaurs, but you can think of modern birds as a type of dinosaur that actually survived. So the one class of dinosaurs that's still around today are birds, but we don't usually think of birds as dinosaurs. But this presents evidence that birds really are dinosaurs, that we just don't think of them that way. So it's a really fun book, and as I said, it's part of a series. There's two other books in this series. It's called The Earth Before Us. One is called Ocean Ocean Revolution, which is about the Paleozoic era, the era before the Mesozoic era, where almost all life was in the ocean. And then the third volume is called Mammal Takeover, which is about the Cenozoic era, the modern era, where mammals become the predominant animals and the dinosaurs die out and become extinct, and the mammals and flowering plants become the dominant life on Earth. This book also talks a little bit about the change in plant life and insects and other things as well. So it's a really comprehensive look at dinosaurs, and it's a really fun book. So if you have a kid who's really into dinosaurs, or you have a relative who's into dinosaurs, they'll really enjoy this book. And even adults, I think, will enjoy it a lot, because if all you know about dinosaurs is what you were taught when you were little, when you were a kid, you'll find that a lot of the thinking about modern research on dinosaurs has changed a lot. There's a lot of new ideas about dinosaurs, and as Miss Lernan says in here, paleontologists are always, the next generation of paleontologists always take a new look at these fossils and reinterpreting them. So we get, and of course, we're always discovering new fossils as well. There's been a lot of fossils that have been dug up recently in China and Antarctica that are bringing new light into the evolution of dinosaurs and other prehistoric reptiles. So it's a fun book if you're into dinosaurs, and especially if your kids are. It's all in color, and of course, it's a graphic novel. So you got kids that don't like to read, but they love dinosaurs. It's a perfect book for them. The book is called Dinosaur Empire. The author is Abby Howard. This has been another Man in Gray book review. Thanks for watching.